The hearing was very emotional. We got to hear from a CMPD officer hurt in last year's East Charlotte ambush. We also heard from a bail bondsman, and we heard from family members of victims of violent crime. The House Judiciary Subcommittee on Oversight holding a victims of violent crime field hearing in Charlotte Monday, following the deadly light rail stabbing in August.
Absolutely tragic. Leaving a war-torn country, coming here, starting over, only to be murdered by some animal who should have been behind bars on this light rail.
The committee digging into what is driving crime here, from repeat offenders to what some say are lenient bail decisions that put them back into the community.
In your view, how do lenient bail policies impact crime in Charlotte?
It would increase it because they know they're not going to be held accountable.
Gone!
Witnesses shared raw testimonies, including families whose loved ones were killed by repeat offenders.
She was 5'3". She weighed 115 pounds. Bang! Dead. Gone. Why? Because Alexander Devontae Dickey, who was arrested 39 times, 25 felonies, was on the street. How about that?
CMPD officer Justin Campbell, who is now disabled following last year's police ambush, pointing out the lengthy criminal history of the perpetrator that led to the death of 4 officers.
I believe in my heart that if you commit a crime against another person violently, that you should not have a bond. That you should sit in jail. The judicial system here in Mecklenburg County, I can speak firsthand, is trash.
Local leaders urging lawmakers to look beyond the jail cell, pushing for mental health and substance abuse resources and more funding and staffing to support the court system.
We cannot arrest or prosecute our way out of violent crime. That's why we need to be intentional about also incorporating violence prevention programs and intervention strategies.
All perpetrators.
North Carolina Congresswoman Alma Adams pushing back, accusing Republicans of using the hearing to score political points instead of focusing on community safety.
All perpetrators of violent crimes must be held accountable, and they must pay their debt to society to ensure that justice is served and to protect our communities. I'm a little disappointed, Mr. Chairman, that my colleagues here are politicizing the pain under the guise of seeking justice.
Lawmakers say they plan to take what they heard back to Washington, hoping to shape policies they believe will prevent future violent crimes. Jessie Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.